Come on, let me in. Ari's expecting me. Ugh.
Bitch, you were expecting you.
You're right. Excuse me. Welcome to the stream, Drew.
Me and some friends got stupid one night. Long story short, Templars fled, followed by pistols. We all got out, except my buddy Narco. Places like this are slaughterhouses, dressed as nightclubs. I shit you not.
What do you need?
What the fuck are they not talking or what?
Sounds like you and Patriarch have a history.
Our history is Omega's history. Long, bloody, and always ending in my favor. The details are complicated. When I arrived, Omega was lawless, a land of opportunity. I built alliances and destroyed the fools who wouldn't get in line, which was most of them. But Patriarch was something different. A powerful friend.
I'm surprised you were ever anything but rivals.
We were allies for 100 years. I suppose he decided that was long enough. Wasn't a surprise when he turned. He controlled the muscle, my people contributed more subtle action. Espionage, politics, assassination. Fortunately for me, his men had become accustomed to certain benefits of working with Asari.
Superior intel? Assassination?
That's cute. No, I took advantage of certain skills my people try to downplay. Patriarch's men abandoned him in droves. In the end, we fought face to face on this very spot. The toughest fight of my life. But of course I won.
Patriarch doesn't sound like something an Asari would come up with.
I found it humorous. He wanted power, and we pretended he had it with a word that doesn't exist for my people. I eventually found a certain respect for the title and the man.
So you kept him around as a trophy?
I did. A trophy and an example. Whenever someone thought about taking me on, I pointed them to Patriarch. Dignity is one of the few commodities not available on Omega.
Interesting, but let's move on.
Do you need something else?
Thanks. Maybe I'll come back later.
Why don't you find a nice girl to keep you warm in the meantime? You look like you need to loosen up a little.
Nothing to see here.
It's still too loud, probably, for a reading. The sound levels are the same here.
Come on, let me in. Ari's expecting me. Ugh.
Right, what else do we have here? Master Thief Kazumi's secrets. Casa Fabrication Locust. The gun that killed 2 presidents is the famous legacy of the Casa Fabrication's Model 12 Locust. Originally created for the Systems Alliance, who wanted a lightweight weapon for high-gravity worlds, the Locust was designed to overcome the limitations of traditional submachine guns at long range. With bullet velocity of modern weapons already pushed to the limit, the Locust designers sought a way to improve accuracy through reducing weapon kick. They created an internal floating bed that absorbs the gun recoil with minimal jarring of the gun frame itself. The barrel, magazine chamber and operating mechanism all move within this bed, which absorbs shock with springs and buffers. This creates a platform stable enough that the Locust can use auto-targeting software usually reserved for match-grade weapons. The Locust's lethality on shielded targets has been amply demonstrated. In 2176, a Virginian patent clerk named Michael Moser Lang brought a Locust concealed in a shoulder-mounted video camera to a photo opportunity between Enrique Aguilar, President of the United North American States, and Chinese People's Federation Premier Ying Zhong. At a distance of about 25 meters, Lang pierced the kinetic barriers covering the stage with the first burst, and when Zhong heroically tackled Aguilar to remove him from the line of fire, Lang's succeeding burst went through the Premier's body and fatally wounded both men. Donovan Hawk's collection contains 2 antique ivory-handled Locusts modified to take thermal clips. A detachable data drive rests in the lining of the box, containing Omni-tool specifications for fabricating copies. A quick trip to the extranet reveals one of the weapons has the same serial number as Lang's original. If it's fake, it's extremely well made. Lady Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was the target for several terrorist attacks over its 210-year lifetime, but in 2096 a motley group called Freedom's First finally brought the statue down. Protesting the induction of Canada and Mexico into the United North American States, the New York chapter of Freedom's First wanted a symbol that they would secede from this new union if necessary. In the early morning hours of November the 1st, they smuggled small arms and 15.5 tons of high explosive onto Liberty Island. Shooting or capturing the guards, they planted the explosive under the pedestal and detonated them at 7:37 a.m. The statue crashed to the ground in pieces, unexpectedly killing 4 of the Freedom's First terrorists. The remaining team members were apprehended after long manhunts, but the damage was done. The outrage at the secessionists kindled the fires of the Second American Civil War. On November the 4th, President Caitlin Chung signed an executive order to rebuild the statue. Approximately 1/10 of the steel beams and copper plating from the destroyed statue was recovered and used in creating the new one. The original's head was put on display at the National Museum of American History in Washington, D.C. It remained there for 2 years until the Battle of Washington. During heavy shelling by secessionist forces, the head disappeared. A new statue was completed in 2101, and the fate of the original pieces was left for speculation and pulp novels. Interest flared up briefly in 2159, when photos surfaced of the head in the cargo hold of a star freighter, but by that time, human media were far more concerned with the future. In the face of humanity spreading out among thousands of new planets, a statue titled Liberty Enlightening the World seemed small and quaint by comparison. Planet Beckenstein. More glittering than diamonds, more expensive than surgery, is how travel agents describe this planet behind closed doors. Given the opportunity to colonize planets after the First Contact War, the Systems Alliance chose Beckenstein to be their trading arm, producing goods to be sold on the nearby Citadel. Cracking the vast galactic marketplace proved difficult, the first human products sold on novelty alone. Then lack of demand hit Beckenstein's economy hard. Only in the second generation of colonies did the planet find its sustainable niche in high-quality entertainment and luxury goods. Once brand awareness sunk in, aliens flocked to Beckenstein's many spaceports. The planet today boasts more millionaires and billionaires per capita than any other human colony. Though its crime tends to be white-collar and non-violent, Beckenstein is not without its dark side. Both its suicide rate and inflation are extremely high compared to other worlds. Unemployment is artificially low because few people immigrate to the expensive planet without having a job lined up, and the cost of living is so great that unemployed workers typically leave for kinder planets after just a few months. Those who stay see themselves as tougher, sharper, and more skillful than the rest, as well as capable of getting respect and employment on any lesser planet. As a popular song says, if you can make it on the back, you got 'em by the neck. Weapons, armor, and equipment. Body armor. Modern combat hardsuits have a triple canopy of protection: shields, armor, and self-repair. The outermost layer is created through kinetic barrier emitters, which detect objects incoming at a high rate of speed and generate deflection shields providing they have enough energy in their power cells. If a bullet or other incoming object gets past the barrier, it contends with the more traditional body armor. A sealed suit of non-porous ballistic cloth provides kinetic and environmental protection, reinforced by lightweight composite ceramic plates in areas that either don't need to flex or require additional coverage, such as the chest and the head. When the armor is hit by directed energy weapons, the plates boil away or ablate rather than burning the wearer. The last level of protection is provided by the suit's microframe computers, whose input detectors are woven throughout the fabric. These manage the self-healing system, which finds rents on the fabric and, assuming any such tear would wound the flesh underneath, seal the area off with sterile, non-conductive metagel. This stanches minor wounds and plug holes in the suit that could prove fatal in vacuum or toxic environments. Soldiers are not always fond of the squished skin that oozes gel on them and at a moment's notice, but fatalities have dropped sharply since the system was implemented. Zaid's secrets. M451 Firestorm. The M451 Firestorm flamethrower is a product of human ingenuity, ruthlessness, and industrial espionage. Its origin dates back to the 2160s, when human colonists to new planets used flamethrowers to clear vegetation or ice. The fuels performed erratically on planets with extremely cold temperatures and differing air compositions from Earth. Realizing this could be a problem for military units, Systems Alliance intelligence operatives stole the Turian design for the Hieras flamethrower, a battle-tested workhorse that functioned in nearly every environment. The result was the Firestorm, an anti-personnel and anti-armor flame unit that can accept a variety of liquid fuels. The Turian design used low-octane hydrocarbons thickened with dendra oil, which is taken from large marine animals similar to Earth's whales. Humans then reverse-engineered a synthetic composite with almost identical properties that could be fabricated from heavy weapon fuel cells using an Omni tool. The result is a sticky spray that burns at approximately 1600 degrees Celsius, a less intense fire than plasma weapons but covering a significantly wider target area. Adding to the trauma is the choking smoke produced by the spray, and if the target's armor is breached, the fires quickly consume the oxygen within. The Firestorms may not be the most effective weapon in the Systems Alliance arsenal, but the sheer ugliness of how it kills ensures it is the most feared. Mercenaries Blue Suns. Full history. Founded in 2160 by the human mercenaries Zaid Massani and Vito Santiago, the Blue Suns were initially a skill and virtue protection racket. As they expanded in numbers and influence, the two co-founders disagreed vehemently on many issues. Finally, after arguing about whether to recruit the slave-trading Batarians into their ranks, Vito ambushed Zaid and shot him in the head. Believing Zaid is dead, Vito took full control of the Blue Suns and hired whatever Batarians he pleased. Soon he had crowned one named Tolan Dalsera as titular head of operations. It was a move designed to placate his Batarian investors and draw fire from would-be assassins. It worked on both counts, and the partnership has lasted to this day. Over the decades, the Suns grew into fearsome combat force spanning dozens of planets in Citadel space, the Verge and the Terminus systems. Knowing that a good logistical team is key to fielding an army, Vito diversified the Suns, selling arms, training and supplies as often as taking contracts to crack skulls. Even when the Suns suffered heavy losses, Vito's entrepreneurial expertise ensured that new recruits could replace the old. All that was lost was the truth. Today, when a handful of trusted mercs even know who Vito Santiago is, let alone his old partners are Planet Zoria. Bring firearms and antihistamines is what veteran guys say about this lush garden world. First colonized in 2160, Zoria's temperate and tropical zones are overrun with plants and fungi of all kinds. As a result, the area in most habitable areas is choked with pollen and spores that range from benign to deadly. The scattered colonies across the planet have resorted to clear-cutting and slash and burn farming to create habitable zones, and the more rural areas where the spores are thickest are populated only by Vorsha. Lax ecological laws allow mining and manufacturing industries to flourish and pollute cheaply, as the planet's carrying capacity far outstrips the current size of its colony. Zoria is almost home to the Blue Suns mercenary company, who dominate the colony's security forces. The Suns enjoy nearly unlimited influence with the local politicians and judges, ensuring no other private military contractors can compete with them economically. Nearly every colony has a Suns recruiting station, if not a training camp, though this has hardly made the planet any safer. Piracy, drugs and vice, and political violence are commonplace. Kinetic barriers, shields. Kinetic barriers, commonly called shields, provide protection against most mass accelerator weapons. Whether on a starship or a soldier's suit of armor, the basic principle remains the same. Kinetic barriers are repulsive mass effect fields projected from tiny emitters. These shields safely deflect small objects traveling at rapid velocities. This affords protection from bullets and other dangerous projectiles, but still allows the user to sit down without knocking away their chair. The shielding afforded by kinetic barriers does not protect against extremes of temperature, toxins or radiation. Mass accelerators. A mass accelerator propels a solid metal slug using precisely controlled electromagnetic attraction and repulsion. The slug is designed to squash or shatter on impact, increasing the energy it transfers to the target. If this were not the case, it would simply punch a hole right through, doing minimal damage. Accelerator design was revolutionized by Element Zero. A slug lightened by a mass effect field can be accelerated to greater speeds, permitting projectile velocities that were previously unattainable. If accelerated to a high enough velocity, a simple paint chip can impact with the same destructive force as a nuclear weapon. However, mass accelerators produce recoil equal to their impact energy. This is mitigated somewhat by the mass effect fields that rounds and are suspended within, but weapon recoil is still the prime limiting factor on slug velocity. Small arms. Modern infantry weapons are micro-scale mass accelerators using mass-reducing fields and magnetic force to propel miniature slugs or chemical peas. Nearly every gun on the battlefield is laden with features from targeting auto-assist to projectile shavers that can generate thousands of rounds of ammunition from a small internal block of metal. It was long thought that personal weapons had plateaued in performance, but the Geth proved all theories wrong. Mathematically reviewing their combat logs, the Geth found that in an age of kinetic barriers, most firefights were won by the side who could put the most rounds down range the fastest, but combatants were forced to deliberately shoot slower to manage waste heat or pause as their weapons vented. To eliminate this inefficiency, the Geth adopted detachable heat sinks, known as thermal clips. While organic arms manufacturers were initially doubtful this would produce a net gain, a well-trained soldier can eject and swap thermal clips in under a second. Faced with superior enemy firepower, organic armies soon followed the Geth's lead, and today's battlefields are littered with these thermal clips. Well, we've read anything and everything. So let's go out exploring.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
It's always nice to...
I forgot to save the game. Right, we need our list. Alright, should we recruit Tally on the Far Rim? Or help Jacob? What? Calliston Rift has more good score. That's good. We got Chalava system. Let's go and explore it. Oh well. We've got 4 more. Well, how about this? Isurun Yakawa, 100%. Well, we've got 2 new systems, Chalava and Solveig. Wait a sec. Alright, we've got a planet called Aitarus. A large rock planet orbiting an F-class star, Aitarus is pummeled by radiation, heavy gravity, and tectonic activity. Its crust is mostly silicates and of little value. Travel is not advised. Orbital distance half astronomical unit. Orbital period of 0.3 Earth years. Radius 8,945 kilometers. Day length 65.1 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure trace. Surface temperature 549 Celsius. Surface gradient 2.8 G. Were you missing
Probe
these
launched.
scans, bro?
Probe away. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe away.
Yay, we've scanned it. Cautious. Home to the spectacular Infinity Caldera, Cautious is a young planet with extreme tectonic and volcanic activity. With 9 supervolcanoes that can throw out at least 1,000 cubic kilometers of dense rock equivalent each, Cautious activity has put its atmosphere in a state of shroud. It will likely suffer from global dimming from at least the next 10 years. Though much of the surface is no more dangerous than many other inner ring planets, this extreme tectonic activity has given Cautious a bad reputation and discouraged all resource exploitation. Orbital distance 1.2 astronomical units, orbital period 1 Earth year, radius 6,212 kilometers, day length 42.6 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure trace, surface temperature 249 Celsius, surface gravity 1. 1 what? G? Pepe G?
Probe away. Probe away. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched.
Oh, it's depleted now. Hell night. Matron. A small hot rock with few resources, Matron is used by the Turian armed forces for its maximum security prison and interrogation centers. The temperatures are high enough to prevent any escape without an environmental suit, but low enough that construction of additional buildings will not be hindered. Over 500,000 prisoners are detained on Matron, only a handful of which have ever managed even a temporary escape. A small supply economy and prefab habitats support the prison staff, who usually work only for 2 tours of duty before they are rotated out to less stressful positions. Orbital distance 2.8 astronomic units, orbital period 3.6 Earth years, radius 4,642 kilometers, trace atmospheric pressure, surface temperature 74 Celsius, surface gravity 0.4 G. And it's rich with resources. They could use the prisoners' labor for mining, I guess. Look at that.
Probe away. Probe launched. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe. Launching probe. I have detected an anomaly.
Titus. A desert of whitish potassium salts and reddish iron oxides. Titus is far enough away from its parent star to have a tolerable surface temperature. Though it has only a trace atmosphere of carbon dioxide and oxygen, it is still hospitable enough for criminals in the terminal systems to use it as a station base. Turian patrols sometimes fly through the area looking to preempt jailbreak attempts on matron prisons. Trail advisory: unregistered starships have been spotted in the vicinity of Titus. Civilian travel is not recommended. Orbital distance 4 astronomical units. Orbital period 6.1 Earth years. Radius 6,045 kilometers. Day length 22.2 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure trace. Surface temperature -1 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.9 G.
I have found something.
Anomaly detected. Surface scans detect one Ymir heavy mech signature matching an unknown, possibly pirate registration. Mech appears to be disabled by broadcasting a looping message. Message does not appear to be a distress signal. Resource scans indicate large quantities of mineral resource available but obscured behind walls of dense stone. Alright, it's a mission. Hehehehe. Let's try out Jack.
Resources buried deep within the canyon walls. Heavy explosives will be required to excavate them.
Can't save the game. Read datapad. I paid Herod good money for this useless heap of signal error. Detected serious caches of resources here on this planet, but memory leak detected. Alright, I said, sure, the thing leaks fuel like a Volus after a mug of Wrinkle, but I can deal with that. But I took off and laid out a trail of power cells leading from where I unloaded the mech to bad package please restart, so I could at least get the thing moving, and now illegal fault detected, won't even move. Damn that swindling Alcor. Piece of signal error. Piece of shit. Hey, it was said that this planet has trace atmosphere. Why won't we wear any helmets? I didn't see no breathers. Breathing farce. It's green.
Incoming.
Where the hell are they going? Well, that's a great dream team, I guess. Resources examined. By plus 5,000 platinum. A green piece of shice pippa point. Recovered buried cache of resources in near mech unsalvageable. 125 experience gained. Total credits earned 7,000. 7,500. Platinum found 5,000. Well, at least Cerberus funded or something.
Jack would like to talk with you, Commander.
Really now?
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Jack would like to see you down in her hidey hole on the engineering deck. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Back for more? I used to do a little scorched earth work here and there. Then the Batarians started muscling in. No one's as good with terror tactics as they are. I mean, the Krogans will come at you, break your face, kill your family. But the Batarians, they'll turn your planet into a glass parking lot without a second thought. trying to remember... What was his name? Solarian infiltration specialist. 100-story man. Guy could disable a station security with a few taps on an Omni tool. He went to work with Eclipse a few years back. Had to kill him for a job. Your Mordin Solus kind of reminds me of him. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard. Oh yeah, that's a model of the Veracon. Turian frigate. Hell of a ship. I led a mission to bring that thing down from the inside with just 5 men and whatever guns we could bring. No chances. We did it. Everyone died but me. So I made out like a bandit.
I got thoughts like little bugs crawling in and out of my head. I can't stop them. You know I have a history with Cerberus. You know how far back it goes?
I'll listen to anything you have to say, Jack.
Your pal, the elusive man? Never seen him before, but Cerberus raised me. First thing I remember is my cell door in a Cerberus base. They did experiments, drugged me, tortured me. Whatever chance I had to be normal, they stole it by trying to turn me into some super biotic. The doctors, the other kids, every one of them hated me. They let me suffer.
What did they hope to gain by torturing a little girl?
It was something about pain breaking down mental barriers and how it might clear the way for a more biotic power. I'm sure there was a payoff due at some point, but I wasn't gonna see it. I was wired up in a cell.
They tortured you just to see if they could make a strong biotic? That's it?
Wasn't in a position to ask, Shepard. All I know is a little girl crying in a cell, begging for the pain to stop.
What did they hope to gain by torturing a little girl?
It was something about pain breaking down mental barriers and how it might clear the way for a more biotic power. I'm sure there was a payoff due at some point, but I wasn't gonna see it. I was wired up in a cell.
How did you get out of there?
There was some kind of emergency, and I made a break for it. The other kids came out of their cells and attacked me. So did the guards. I just killed everything in my way and ran. Guess my biotics had developed faster than they thought. I managed to get a shuttle off the ground. Drifted until a freighter picked me up. The crew used me, then sold me. That's my uplifting escape story.
There were other children in the base?
I didn't know much about them. I was kept separate. They hated me just like everyone else there. When I broke out, I had to fight through them all. I showed them, but there's a loose end I need to deal with.
You're absolutely certain that Cerberus was running the facility?
I was a kid, but I wasn't dumb. I know how to listen. It was Cerberus. Don't care how far down the chain it was. They thought they were so clever. Turns out, mess with someone's head enough and you can turn a scared kid into an all-powerful bitch. Fucking idiots.
I'm gonna talk to the elusive man, and he'd better have some answers.
He'll just deny everything. That's not what I'm after anyway. I found the coordinates in your files. I want to go to the Telton facility on Pragia where they tortured and drugged me. I want to go to the center of the place, my cell. I want to deploy a big fucking bomb, and I want to watch from orbit when it goes.
Attacking our allies is gonna derail our mission. Not a smart move.
The files say it was shut down after my escape. It's been abandoned for years. They going to care if I blow up a garbage dump?
You've lived with this your whole life. Why do this now?
Like I said, I found the coordinates in your files. You can't expect me to just sit on information like that.
I'll set a course for Pragia.
I owe you, Shepard.
Go to Pragia.
I need to get to Pragia, Shepard. Soon.
I'll think about that. Meanwhile, I have to go.
Yep.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Shepard?
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
Humans talk too much. Like the tank. Come back later.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Now for you to go to bed. Yeah, I gotcha. Before we go, let's talk to what Kasumi has to say.
I was just thinking about you. Gabby and Ken would make a great couple. I just doubt they'll ever realize it.
We'll just get drunk?
The Normandy runs so quietly. I'm not used to hearing my footsteps when I walk. One of the girls in navigation thinks she might be pregnant. Even aboard a Cerberus vessel, life finds a way. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Just keep on talking.
Access to life support is restricted.
Access to drugs into life support is restricted.
If we have time, I'd like to go to Ilium and relocate my sister's family.
I'll let you know, Miranda.
Of course, Commander.
Yeah, I think we need to take Garrison some mission.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Right, I think it's about it for tonight. Wait, let's ask Joker about our last team. I'm sure he has something to tell us about Jack.
Commander.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. I'm not saying anything about Jack. I'm not stupid. No surprise, Mordin acts superior to everyone. Like he's got tenure at FU. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Oh well. Nothing of interest he said about Jack. So that's it for tonight. With that, I thank everyone for watching. Hope that you enjoyed as much as I did. Wish you good night, sweet dreams, and let's go right now. I can't believe that we just landed on the planet with trace atmosphere and we're walking there without even a helmet. I mean, back in Mass Effect 1, at least they were attentive enough to give our characters some environmental defense about against that protection. At least rebreathers, damn it. What? Successfully lost his plane there, the Elder Scrolls 3? Holy shit. Well, we're right now successfully lost because Morrowind is fun. And I think with her it's always fun. Right, please give some love to Successfully Lost as she's playing the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Thanks again for watching. Hope that you enjoyed as much as I did. Till next time, everyone. Bye.